So, we're gonna start a little early tonight, so I can get to bed a little early tonight. And, we're gonna do this, the RPG stream. This is a charity incentive that was met, and I didn't realize how embarrassing this was actually going to be. I'll wait for a couple people to get here, and then we'll get started. So I have, some RPGs that I made. I'll explain it. First RPG I made probably when I was like 16, and it's a little embarrassing. I'll just deal with it, because we raised money for charity, and oh god, this is what I have to do. Alright, so it's fine. You know... let's see what happens. I didn't really check them out. You know, I just made sure they worked. They work. One is called Chrono Continuum. It's a continuation of Chrono Trigger in a weird way. I never finished it. And then the other one is the Davies Gray RPG, which was supposed to be... that was the name of the band I was in. I couldn't think of a better name. That's not even anywhere close to finished, so what you're gonna get from that is just a bunch of, like, unconnected areas and me exploring the maps. So... yeah, I mean, it should be interesting. I haven't seen this in a while. And I hope that this is up to snuff. After this, we'll do some Monkey Ball. And like I said, I have to be up early tomorrow, so I'm gonna be going to bed a bit early. And so, that's why I'm starting early. That song was a song I made for the Davies Gray RPG, or I was trying to. For a little while there, I was actually trying to make some RPG music in Fruity Loops, and I kind of made a couple that I liked, and some of those are on my Bandcamp, and there's a couple other ones that I never finished, and I can maybe show you a couple of those too. I mean, it's all part of the experience. I mean, I'm grateful that people want to watch this crap, but it's not going to be that amazing. Someone just said dev in chat, and then dev on stream. God almighty. Yeah, I do have some rare music from some of these RPGs, so hopefully I can show you that at the appropriate time. I think there's going to be a little less people because most people expect me on at 11 or lately almost midnight. But we're going to get started. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get this thing started. Okay, give me just a minute. Gotta put this in windowed mode. Minimize some stuff. Yeah. Just whatever shitty MIDI I could find. Oh boy. That was the title screen that I made in Adobe Photoshop, and then I had to, like, crust it down so it would fit in RPG Maker, like, 95 or something. So, yeah. I did my best. I think I started working on this... was it 95? I don't remember what RPG Maker I used. That's 2000 or 2003. I think it was 2003. I thought it was 95. Jesus Christ. So, yeah. Don't expect much. And this went through many revisions. It didn't start out as a Chrono Trigger thing, and then it turned into one. So, here we go, everybody. I guess I was really into Chrono Cross at the time, so I used a lot of Chrono Cross music. Time never changes. The history of an entire world changed in the blink of an eye. Time to take a piss. So many lives destroyed, yet so many new lives born. Which is best for the world? I don't know, but one thing is for certain. Time is like death. It cannot be avoided, only prolonged. Do you know how I don't like to use the word Kring too often? There are certain things throughout time that happen no matter what. Delaying these events can alter the course of our world's history. Whoa. I guess that was the premise. The idea was something delayed an event in Chrono Trigger. Yeah. It is a time of war, which, as we know, never changes. A corrupt mystic by the name of Balthar. Oh, I guess I couldn't think of a better name, is trying to take over the peaceful kingdom of Por in his conquest to eliminate humans. So more Chrono Cross midis, because you had to use midis, and it's just sounds so terrible. Por's army is weak, hence the need for a great hero arose. This may have been answered by a brilliant but mysterious military leader. Is anyone else hot? Anyone else sweating? The black wind howls stronger than ever. Something big will happen tonight. I shall rid the land of the slime once and for all. Oh, God. So, yeah. Yeah. I found a Magus sprite. Okay, so from what I remember, this was originally just some dude. Some, like... Oh, that MIDI. There was just some dude who was like a general who had like 2 minions with him in the beginning, kind of like the beginning of Final Fantasy VI. And then when I made this about Chrono Trigger, it was... I don't remember, I had this whole outline. It was like an alternate dimension, like something changed an event that then led to a different outcome, and things were wrong and had to be returned back to the way they were. So, very Chrono Cross-ish. It had time travel and parallel dimensions, but, you know, obviously, some random 16-year-old kid who had no inclination to make video games could do no such thing accurately or acceptably. Did I spell scythe wrong? Oh, this was kind of cool, at least. Yeah. So, I got rid of random battles. Originally, there were random battles, and I was like, nah, only on the world map. So, this is the, alternate Chrono Trigger battle music that was never used in-game. Vinny, this is RPG Maker 2000. Okay. So I did the trope where you start as the overpowered, like, buff, swole hero. Warning, random battles ahead. I guess I didn't get rid of them too well, huh? Already we're fighting a giant slime. Oh, God. I barely did anything to actually, like... I made that attack. I barely did anything to change the default, like, RPG Maker systems. Tough battle. Wow. That's a tough battle. So yeah, I just, like, stuck with as many default elements as possible. Will-o'-the-Wisp! Yeah, that was the default name. Why does slime growl? It's an RPG, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Remember, this is secondhand embarrassment for charity. All the midis are so fucking loud. So I guess the idea was... there was gonna be, like, a random... Oh god. Damn, they have the whole place covered. Like, I'm sure this is gonna be a problem for Magus. There's just boners all around. Looks like I'll have to bust through. If only I had known years later. He's here. I mean, it's just every RPG trope. There we go. Now this game, I didn't make music. So I didn't make music when I was making this. So I just borrowed music from other games. I guess we'll kill another boner. Surrender to Balthar or die. Ugh. Balthar. Can we get a boundary break on this? This one we can't get a boundary break on, I'm sorry. I'd have to find a way to install it and then, you know, it's just the game file. But the other one... Oh, this is Mammon. I was gonna connect Mammon to the Mammon machine from Chrono Trigger. But I don't know how it would have worked. It was like the reincarnation of the Mammon machine, something like that. But I just found whatever default assets in the game I liked in RPG Maker 2000 and just worked with it. You're strong, Magus, but this is where you meet your demise. Yep. I'm gonna say the two words that I think are overdone, both edgy and cringe. I think they're appropriate here. When did you work on this again? I was 16. I am 33 now. Yep. Well, hang on a minute. I have defense against all that. Wait a second. Volume is way down. Hang on. Sorry.
It is made to be cringy and it is made to be a meme.
There it is. Wasn't expecting this. Mammon, king of the undead, I've heard quite a bit about the bloodshed you have caused. You cannot possibly defeat humans. We have far more living soldiers than you have lifeless puppets. Yes, but all living will eventually die, and when they do, they will become mine. Enough talk. I will deal with you personally. Have at you. Wow, I just stole that from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Just straight up stole that. So... from what I remember I was trying to do with the story, it was... Magus casts. Cool glitch there. Yeah, Magus was raised by humans in this one. Oh, I think I remember what I was thinking. Okay, in Chrono Trigger, Janus gets sent to the Middle Ages. Right? Which I think this is where this is. But instead of being raised by mystics, he's raised by humans. So he becomes a good guy. That was the alternate dimension thing I was working on with that, I think. Vinny, how long does this take you to make? I don't remember. I really, really don't remember. And he still uses dark magic? Yes, it's innate. It's part of his DNA, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot to this, so I'm assuming this didn't take me as long as what I tried to do with the other one. Vinny, you made this last year, didn't you? I made this 2 minutes before the stream. Oh my god, no. What is it? Oh, fucking hell. What a... Magvis. So many of my people have died. Oh. The relic at the end of this village has unstoppable power in the wrong hands. For eons, this village has guarded the relic. All was peaceful until the war. Why is it raining inside? People keep joining and asking how old I was when I made this. I was 16. I can't read all this out loud. Let me fight some ghosts that are now wandering this village of tents. Nice village. It's just a bunch of fucking tents. To be fair, the assets that I had to work with were very, very limited. But only flames in front of them. You know, RPG Maker wasn't all that advanced at this point in time. Anyway, I'm going to avoid that skeleton. And we'll begin. Oh, I guess it stopped raining. Almost like we're inside of a tent. So you've made it this far. Won't allow you to ravage the land anymore. This is it for you. Beg to differ. I warned you, but you failed to take heed. Feel the wrath of the undead. You are strong, Magus. Join me now. We will dispose of the human disease. You are far too powerful to let a species of pathetic mortals use you for their own purposes. You're wasting your time, Balthar. It is the mystics who are the disease, killing innocent people, destroying homes. It is you who needs to be disposed of. Very well then. Prepare to meet your maker. Well, at least it's concise. There's not so much story that I want to eat like 7 pant. So yeah, I'm already using the Magus music, because why not? Just go ahead and like waste a perfectly good opportunity that could have come in later. This dude has Waluigi shoes? Oh yeah, he does. He has genie shoes. This is a default asset. I didn't, like, make this or find it online. I was much too lazy to try to do anything original. Were there any other character cameos from other games? No, it was all Chrono Trigger related, but it was... Actually, there were Chrono Cross characters. The merge with Lavos has been disrupted. Though he's not at full power, you have doomed yourself to an early demise. See you in hell, Magus. We have to get out of here. Oh, God. Yeah, I was trying to do a thing where you would get Chrono and Magus in your party, but not the rest. It took me a while to program that. I had to make all the explosions by hand and everything. What's going on? What just happened? Where am I? I wonder if that guy is alright. It's every RPG trope all in one thing. That was a dream? No, it seems so real. Maybe this mission is just stressing me out. The boat at Port should be ready in about 5 minutes. I should take my time to explore a bit. Okay, let me explain the name Turbo. I feel like that needs explanation, because it is absolutely insane. Cool MIDI. So, okay. My cousin and I played Secret of Mana together when it first came out. And we named the main character Turbo because that was my uncle's name in fucking Vietnam when he was in the war. So we couldn't think of a better name, so he just called him Turbo. That was like his nickname. And so it just kind of stuck, and I didn't know what to name this dude, so I named him Turbo. So there is some deep lore here. Also, this is the legit, like, default RPG Maker dude. I did not bother to make another character. Explore the town a little, but then we gotta go. No. It's a save point. I have to explain how to use a save point. Guess we'll buy a potion. The other dude, Don, is just another, like, random dude. If you want to explore the outside world, there are some important things you need to know. Wow, I actually made a fucking tutorial. Try not to get killed. Good advice, thanks. So, go to the cave to the east, and you can do things. Have fun. I guess I have to talk to everybody. Nice day, huh? Yeah. It's another RPG trope of the kids going mental at full speed. Come on, get back here. I think it gives you something if you catch him. My memories are not perfect for this, but it's one of few towns protected from the monsters of the outside world. I'll be honest with you, recent monsters in the area seem different than the usual slime or snake. If it weren't for this wall, we'd be finished. Anyway, use the path if you can't get to a new area. That was the advice, because I was too lazy to actually make all the screens transition to the next screen. Wow, mister, you actually caught me. Here, take this. Got toy soldier. Wowee. Mister. Okay, I was pretty positive that there was something hidden in the clock. But I guess not. Did you know that many years ago there was a great war that almost led to the destruction of this whole continent? Soon after it started, the war just ended in the blink of an eye. No one knows how it happened exactly, but it did. Why are you in my home? Accurate. Someone just said there's an item in the other clock. I'm sorry, but your friend told me not to let you leave unless you're with him. Wow, what a dick. Picking fruit from this wonderful tree. Nature is great, don't you think? Oh. Okay. Good NPCs. Really, really great world building. What did I name? Narkesh? Okay. Good. Probably stole that from Final Fantasy VI. Just changed it up a little bit. Thinking about buying a new weapon, but with the pay we get and the prices here, I don't see that happening. Bum is a ripoff. I'll bet you can afford some of me fine armor. Oh, there was an attempt. There was an attempt at an accent. Vinny, I'm the dev of this game. You can get Luigi as a party member. Oh, cool. That's cool. If I had the time and patience, would I make another RPG? Probably not. I just don't think... I don't think that's in the cards anymore. It was fun for a while. It was a cool idea. But I just can't finish these things. I really respect the hell out of people that make RPGs that last like a couple hours and are different enough from the base RPG Maker formula. Space Funeral comes to mind. I used to be a soldier. I killed myself 100 monsters with my own bare hands. Why, in my day, he's asleep. Wow. Every trope. I guess the toy soldiers, if I remember correctly, you're supposed to just sell them. Entry is not permitted. Okay. There wasn't like a door texture, so I had to use a floor texture. What is your job? You just walk back and forth behind a shop? Oh, man. It's just astounding. Let's leave. I heard there's an old mine nearby. We can find some new items and cash. We should check that place out. Flashback time. I remember this. You must be the newest recruits. Yes, sir. We just signed up today. A mission that doesn't require any training. Complete it, and you will both get a promotion. I want you to go to the Kingdom of Guardia and join the armed forces. Guardia. LaGuardia Airport. Guardia. There have been rumors of a secret weapon that Guardia will use on a massive attack towards our glorious Kingdom of Por. Once you are a soldier, you will learn the information about the weapon, then secretly return to me. Easy enough, right? How do we get there? It's across the ocean. You just go to the thing, and then you can stop at the town, and then there's a port. Everything has been arranged. Any other questions? Good, you can get started right away. I think the idea was to frame them, if I remember correctly, and I don't remember correctly, but more shitty midis of Chrono Trigger music. How old were you when you made this? Still. 2 ways to go. What's this? Random battles ahead. This would be a good place to level up, but it may be more difficult. Like, thanks. Oh wait, there's a goblin. Why must you humans come to this place? We have caused you no harm. What are you here for? To kill you and your friends. You humans will never learn. Humans. Super... I spelled it Super Moneyball? Yeah, I guess I did. I don't know why I named this guy Don. That might have been the default name. Can anyone who used RPG Maker 2000 confirm? Don is a default name. There was? Yep. Laziness strikes again. Potion received. This world is just it's very slimy. Vinny, how many millennia old were you when you made this? 13,000 years young. Thank you. It's, yeah, about 150 years before the apocalypse is how old I was. Don has a claw. But yeah, nothing really Chrono Triggery in its battle. Like, the battle system is more or less just, you know, press the button and attack. There's no, like, double text or anything. That was too hard to program. I already have Holy. And that, yep, that's the default Holy animation. It's a fucking purple music note. Hey, there's a sword here. I'm gonna take it. You grab the weapon. Receive bandit sword. Wait a sec, why would that just be lying around there? That was too easy. What if it was a trap? Too late now, I guess nothing happened. On the contrary. Oh, boy, I see you falling for my trap. Ah, so you're the one who's been trying to steal the remaining ore stone. Why is there a story about fucking the cave? It's turned into a mine by humans, and all the valuable ore was mine. Everybody left, and the mine became a troll breeding ground. Now the cave is free of ore, and I have to spend the rest of my days with the dim-witted trolls. A punishment not fit for a rodent. Hanging out with trolls all day. I had all the riches in the world thanks to this cave, and I'm relegated to a pathetic and poor existence now. You will pay. And it's Yakra. Bet you weren't expecting me? Oh no! Oh, what is wrong with you, Vin? Just because I'm pixelated doesn't mean I'm weak. Just breaking them fourth walls. Remember, this isn't like the year 2000/2001. So, this is before the self-aware thing became, like, common. So I'm like a pioneer of ass in oh so many ways. I mean, there's stuff happening, it's, you know... Like, I tried to make the difficulty just right for the beginning of the game, and... You know, there's like little extra things to do. This isn't fair, my family and I never win. If you're wise, you'll end your journey now. I've been from one end of time to the other, ... I foresaw your future, ... It's not a pleasant one. Wonder what that's supposed to mean. Mental. I think I abused the ellipses. Random battle end. Oh, thank you, Sign. That's real nice of you. Does this move any slower? Yeah, again, RPG Maker. It's very limited. So, it's just, I guess, minecart tracks over a deep chasm. I want to gain battle XP, I want to kill you, then eat you, I want to eat your whole family. Don't eat my family. Here, please take this instead. Unfortunately, I'm still going to have to kill you, though. What can I say? I had a dark sense of humor. It's good. Very good. I am Supreme Edgemundo. It's okay, it's for charity. I knew years ago that at some point people would donate money to a good cause so they could see this crap, so it was all worth it. Vinny, I honestly respect you even more for being brave enough to show this shit. Yeah, it's fine. Someone just said this isn't Super Monkey Ball 2, I feel misled. If you look at the title, the first thing it says is Vinny's old RPGs, and then the game category is trash. So, it's actually... it's, you know... it's there. I mean, it wasn't a misleading thing. Congratulations, you misled yourself. Yeah, I mean, again, this isn't that bad. What it falls into just so many RPG tropes. Like, everything I had ever learned from an RPG, I just put in this. So... but it's your standard RPG Maker fare. I guess that's the kingdom. That's the castle. This was another, I think, optional area. And another excuse to get Chrono Trigger music in here. Aqua Monster. I think this was, supposed to be a bit of a reference to the sewer from Chrono Trigger in the future, where the dudes jump out at you. Look at this fucking face. Oh, it's so bad. How obsessed were you with Chrono Trigger when you were a teenager? I was pretty obsessed. Yeah, and then this, I was making this around the time I was playing Chrono Cross. Or maybe Chrono Cross had just come out, which, you know, I liked Chrono Trigger better than Chrono Cross, but... Sorry, but the king has given me specific orders not to let you through until we've completed your mission. How convenient. In order to get to the castle, the only way to get to the castle is through this slime and merman-infested, like, nonsense. So, yeah, I guess I had some plot details that I don't remember. Most of the plot details I don't remember, but it involved a lot of, like, what I wanted to do, which was way ambitious for, you know, for me at the time, and even still. But what I wanted to do was explore what would have happened to the characters if something changed in the past, and they were, like, born in different places, or different events happened, and, like, what would their characters be like if just a couple things changed enough so that they weren't in the same environment. Something like that. And, you know, you'd get Chrono, and you'd get to see Luca, and, Marl, and then... Hello, sir. I have some fine weapons and armor. Load sword. There are no more battles, so I don't really have any reason to buy anything. I like how they're just, like, elevated up there. Alternate universe fanfiction. Yeah. I come here almost every day to just sit and think. There used to be a nice view of the sea, but then they put up these walls for military purposes. Still quiet here. Oh, the other thing was, too, yeah, things got really militarized. So, after the event that happened in the past, everything became about, like, war. I think that was what I was trying to do. Man, these middies are so bad. This place is usually very peaceful despite its appearance. I just wish there weren't as many soldiers walking around constantly. Makes me nervous. Healthy fruit. Apple juice. It is very good for you. Restores HP and MP. Boring as this job may be, it's important for this continent's security. These walls were put up almost 6 years ago when the tension between Guardia and Poor began to escalate. We keep a lookout for any foreign ships and immediately check them for suspicious activity. The chance that Guardia will launch an attack is very slim, though. We have more soldiers and better technology. They have to be suicidal to invade us. So we still let the old-timers sit around and enjoy the water. We're not really supposed to, but even the king turns a blind eye. It just wouldn't be right to chase him away when it's so quiet here. Oh. Okay, thanks, Exposition Guardsman. This ship is ready to go. May I please have any authorization? Letter from the king. Okay, I'll take that. Have a safe... Okay, I'll take that. It got less edgy after the Magus stuff happened. Now, this is it. I hope you're ready. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, man, let's do this. That was his character. He says, man. You're Turbo, right? The king told me that you would be arriving soon. Let me remind you of your mission objective. The boat is disguised as a Xenon trade ship, transporting goods and some passengers. You will arrive at the Guardia dock and then make your way to the castle. From there, you will join the armed forces and discover the information. It's up to you on how to get back. That's the best we can do. Good luck. Oh, don't do anything too stupid. Meanwhile, these are just kids who, like, just signed up, like, today for the military. What kind of weapon do you think they have? Oh, God. Turbo? Man, what's wrong with you? Nothing. I was just thinking about why we're here. I mean, we have absolutely no training or any knowledge of what could be getting ourselves into, and why we were briefed by the king himself, or why were we, rather. It almost seems as if we're dispensable, like they couldn't afford to send a high-ranking soldier here. I really have a bad feeling about this. You have a good point, but think of it like this. We're unknowns. No one knows or cares about who we are. If they sent some experienced people, Guardia could run a background check. True. This isn't really a big deal. All we have to do is find out what this weapon is and come back. After that, we get a promotion, maybe a lot of cash. Hey, John, God damn it. Why is there so much of this now? Hey, Don, do you remember why we first joined the army? First wanted to join the army? I just want to get through this so quickly. I'm just tripping over myself. I do. We wanted to protect everyone. As if we couldn't accept the thing that happened to our families, to ourselves. The world has a strange way of forcing you to wake up. Ironic. We finally join when there's no one left to protect. Hey, don't say that. We join for ourselves also, to become better people. Really? Isn't the real reason we're here? You know what? You've always been selfish. That's why you dragged me this far, and that's why we're in this mess. Calm down. Look, I understand how you feel, but they aren't coming back. We did all we could, and it wasn't enough. That's why we're here. You said so yourself. You're right. I need to stop thinking about the past and focus on getting through whatever it is we got ourselves into. Right. Anyway, we should get some sleep. The ship won't be there for at least another 2 ho. Can't sleep right now. I'll go to bed in a little while. Alright. Just talk to me before you do. Like, why? Why do I always have to talk to this guy to advance the plot? Pirate hat. Someone just said this is basically 16-year-old you trolling 33-year-old you. Can't leave yet. Yes, I'm gonna call it a night, but why did they put us in a storage room? I just think we could have at least got a cabin. I mean, we're soldiers on a supposedly important mission. I know, but you gotta take what you can get. For all we know, there's a million reasons why they put us in here. All I can do now is leave it up to Poor, I think. Where are we? Oh no. I'm not quite sure, Karsh. Jeez, what the hell happened? You alright, Glenn? Yep, I'm fine, but where did Serge go? Yo, Junior, where are you? Wow. Where the hell are you, Serge? Oh, there you are. Don't scare me like that. Well, anyway, any of you have the slightest idea on where we are? Why, you're at the end of time, of course. Where else would you have gone? Ho ho ho! To be continued! And then it was never continued. That was it. That's all I did. That's all I made. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, some of the writing for 16-year-old me was what you'd expect from, I guess, edgy 16-year-old, but it wasn't as edgy as it could have been. I kind of did my best to emulate the style of the RPGs that I liked, and I think I did that to a fault. And I got bored, and I just didn't feel like continuing. But, so yeah, I guess I made that, and then RPG Maker changed, it, like, improved, and different versions came out, and I wasn't going to stick with that one. I got bored. I started making other things, like Half-Life maps, and Warcraft 3 maps, and, shit like that. And, that was, you know, over time. I didn't work on it all at once. Like, I came back to it. I would stop for a little bit, come back to it, stop for a little bit, come back to it. And that's how it changed from what it started as to, you know, another thing. And I remember sending that to someone online, like, or a couple people. I might have posted it on like a forum or something. And a couple people were like, hey, you should finish this. Like, there were a couple of Chrono Trigger fans that actually told me, they were like, this isn't that bad. You should continue. I mean, that was kind of cool, but I never did. When I say a couple people, I mean like 2 people. 2. But they must have been desperate. Yeah, probably. Yeah, so then I didn't make RPG stuff for a long time, and then I guess when I was unemployed and I was down to my last like $1,000, I had yeah, so there was a little bit of a rough time when I worked at a bank and the financial collapse happened of 2008. And this is fast forwarding quite a bit. I guess this is now 10 years ago. So it was like impossible for me to get work, and I was burning through my savings, and I was trying real hard to find something. And I was doing like the band stuff. That's when we recorded the first Davies Gray album. And I was down to like almost no money. Luckily, I ended up getting a job at the public access place, which was great. But for a little while there, it was getting scary. And during that time, I wasn't buying video games really, and I was kind of like just making music and stuff. And I remember getting RPG Maker VX, so it was the newest version of RPG Maker. And on my downtime, because there wasn't any, I don't think I was playing too many games. I mean, the Wii was pretty big. Smash Brawl was still being played. But on my downtime, I was like, oh, you know what? Let me make an RPG again, or let me just fuck around with this new RPG Maker. And that's what I did. I fucked around with it, and I just started making like familiar areas just because I like level editing. It kept me busy. It was fun. Like, I genuinely like making like levels. Now, this was the second RPG. I never connected this. I never finished this, but I had a big story for this that I was hoping would eventually come to realization. The problem is when you get ambitious and you start, you know, coming up with one idea, then that turns to 2 to 4 to 8, and then it just becomes too much. But I have something like 80 maps for this. Now, this was a recreation of Mike's like drum room when it looked like this, and it was just for fun. I was like, let me see if I can recreate that. And yeah. And then I ended up adding NPCs, which I never gave story, but and then I recreated Mike's backyard. Because we were playing music in Mike's house. We were, you know, like, this is where we were like jamming, and I was like, let me see what I can do. So I created this whole thing, and then I said, well, let me make a world map. And then I really made the fuck out of a world map, and it was going to be a smaller RPG, but then it just got carried away. I went mental, and I just kept going. I just did not stop. I made my friend Phil's house down to his cat, Junior. And a couple of my friends. Yeah, just, I don't know. So I ended up making a world map, which was actually kind of like Staten Island and Long Island. I don't know why Long Island, half of Long Island is in ice, but you can turn off the grid lines. And then, so the idea was Staten Island to Long Island to some bastardized version of the United States. I wasn't that creative. I wasn't that clever. But, you know, I tried. And then I have Toad Hill. So I made this. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea if any of this is playable. I'm sure some of it is. I know that there's some scenes that are actually, like, done, that are fleshed out. So, I'm gonna play through as much of this as I can, but it's gonna be like, a barely connected mess. There's no battles. I never got around to that. So, I said to myself, I'm not gonna, like, make a 15-minute long or 20-minute long game. Instead, I'm just gonna make the whole world, and then populate it with battles and stuff. So this was more an attempt to just make not levels, but maps and yeah, stuff like that. Which eventually I got ideas for story and I started trying to implement them because I thought it would be fun. Okay. I was so proud of that. I remember being proud of making that frog jump in there. No music. But you can see that the RPG Maker default assets have improved pretty greatly. I don't remember what I was going for with this place. But, so yeah. So that's one area. Then you have the weapon store. I'm sure there's nothing in here. I'll try to, like, get some areas that are worth playing on. Okay, and like I said, I have music for this. That I made, some of it I never finished. Oh, I have world map theme. This I didn't make. This I just borrowed. Oh fuck, random battles. Yeah, there were no backgrounds in this one for the combat. It was just like a smush of everything behind you. Okay, yeah, I can't actually enter the areas. Is Davey still in the Navy? Yeah, he probably will be for life. I don't remember... The thing is, I remember less about the story I was trying to go for with this than... Oh, good. I remember less of the story than the other one. So this is not going to be... Yeah, there you go. Got that cheesy music. This is the weapon store. Oh, I remember this. Bilious, get out of here, you rat prick. I don't know. I think that was supposed to be my friend Bill. It's an alien abduction. What is this? The abduction beam has been malfunctioning. Random specimen from the blue planet have been turning up in the teleport bay. Release into the vacuum of space has proven a quick fix to this problem. Abduction beam malfunctions have caused many crew members to end up in the teleport bay. Some have been released accidentally. If you are a crew member stuck in the teleport bay, please enter the security code on the left panel before you are dumped into the cold vacuum of space. Mandatory meeting required for all crew following last night's disaster. The code is the number of grates in the room, one row at a time, top row first. Really? 4422. Cool fucking puzzle. Yeah, all the logs are in English, that's good. Aliens speak English, that's great. 23 is number 1. Don't know what that was. I think there's supposed to be random battles happening here. I don't know, like this is a medieval kind of thing, and yet somehow there's an alien abduction. When when all the orbs glow, the key will show. Oh my god. I guess this is decoration. Of course, they're still using metal doors. Yeah, or metal bars. You need like a nice metal key to get in there, of course. Someone just said this makes me want a Vinesauce game. Did you not see Vinemon? As I've said before, there have been so many attempts at a Vinesauce RPG over the years. Like half a dozen. Half a dozen or more. And, you know, varying degrees of completion, but it always ends up just kind of fizzling out. And I know why it fizzles out, because this shit is hard. I guess I didn't program this part. So yeah, that takes place here on the bridge, and then you have like, I guess some stuff here, and then what would be the next? There's a forest dungeon. So there's going to be 3 main dungeons. This is the forest one. I guess I can try to start the player here and see how much gameplay is actually available. This has nothing to do with Chrono Trigger. No. Like, story-wise, it's unrelated. So I made your typical forest dungeon. Fast dog. I guess you're supposed to level before you do this? Nice. Nice. Alright, never mind. So then this is floor 2, which has spikes. As you can see, there are spikes. And then floor 3 is just the boss battle. And then that's when you can go across the bridge, you get abducted, and then you end up, I believe, here. No music. But yeah, it's like an icy area. Could have used a filter so it doesn't look so bright. But, you know. Chicken dinner over here. Someone's dead. The spilled bottle of wine. For some reason. There was... Yeah, that's supposed to lead to a cave. But I never finished it. So here's the ice cabin, and then this is part 2, where you fight a dude, and I think you get some stuff because he hoards gold. And then there's part 2, which goes over here. I think there's a story moment here, or something, or this is a secret path over here. I don't know. I guess so. I'm not gonna start it up and play it, but I can see all my little secret areas. You know what? I should start it up and play it, because this area actually kind of looks nice. But I got better as I went along. Like, as I was making this shit, I figured out how to make the maps look pretty decent with the default assets. But again, I never populated them, and it's just a series of disjointed nonsense, mostly. I think you're supposed to roll the snowman? Right, so snowman... Okay, so there's an item on the snowman, but you can't get it. So then I don't know what the hell to do over here. Okay. There should be a noise. Yeah, that was one of the items. There's like, 10 of them throughout the world. You collect them, and then you get alien weaponry. That was the alien connection, now that I think about it.
Halloween. You got this Halloween card.
So, I made a pub based off of one of the bars that we used to go to. You have, a secret area, of course. An igloo. Okay. Okay, here's a place that I can actually explore a little bit. So I'll play some of the music. Some of this I finished and is on my Bandcamp page. But since there's no music, this is my attempt at town music. I actually played a melodica for that part. Not an easy task for me. I don't know where this bell is coming from. So why is that open but the rest of it isn't? You got no dialogue. You got no dialogue. You've got no dialogue. You got 0G. Yeah, I guess I made the houses open for some reason. I don't know why I would have done this, but okay. But yeah, it's a castle town. It is a castle. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I put that there. And then you have the port town that I guess takes you to the castle town. Doot. Yeah, there's some story here. There's the pub. There's an ice pub. Made a bunch of bars in this game. And then there's an island temple that's supposed to be Zelda inspired, I think. Let's see, where is this on the world map? Oh yeah, you get to actually use the boat yourself. You get to, pilot the boat, and you go here. And then... Yes, pilot the boat. I said it. You heard me. And then you go here, and it's basically an homage to Zelda. It's an omelet to Zelda. Let's see if I can figure it out. Considering there's no random battles, it's probably not that bad. Wow. Clever. Wow, even 10 years ago, I was making copyright infringement jokes. Yep. Breaking them fourth walls. So yeah, there's random battles here, and I think this is an actual battle. I just moved him aside, though, because probably just wanted to solve the puzzles without having to fight. Zero G. Very good. I guess that's the plot hole. Wait, so how do I get through this door? I guess I just fucking don't. Well, then you go up here, you fight the dude, and then you get a treasure chest. So, it's pretty simple. Then, for, like, dungeon number 2, I made the ice tower. You know, because in an RPG, it's mandatory that you theme everything based on the elements. And then there's this, then, like, this is like, move block puzzles to plug up the holes. So you can probably you can probably imagine how this would go. You use the ball here, you roll it over, and then you plug up a hole, and then you can get the treasure chest, then you can advance. Oh, this one, I think I actually programmed this. Again, I don't think this was a default asset. I might have borrowed that from the internet. Run. Oh, okay, yes. Yes, that is true. Yes, run. They get stuck. So it's not much of a challenge. And then more non-programmed stairs, and then you have the boss, who I don't know what's going on here. No idea what's happening here. Okay, then you have this, which I don't even remember. Oh, the castle from earlier, I think. No, this is a different castle. There's fire and dead people and everything's all fucked up and big holes. And then there's the church, and I think this was like a lore point. I don't remember what happens here, but there was something that was supposed to happen here that was like pivotal. Then you have your desert town, which, again, never finished. But, you know, I made a lot of fucking maps. Then there was this part, which, if I actually remember where this is on the world map, too. That's the scary thing. It's over here. This. You can even see what it looks like. So I just made that into a map. Vinny, you just convinced me to check out my old RPG Maker maps I still have lying around. Thanks for that. You're welcome. I didn't do anything, but... I remember this was pretty cool, because I actually got it to look decent. Got the bird and everything. No music, no battles. But something was supposed to happen here. I just don't remember what. You hear a noise in the distance. I think it was this. Yeah, it was this. I don't know why. Why do I keep opening the chests hoping something would be in them? Vinny, I came here for cringe, not competency. Well, watch the first part of the stream. I think there's still some cringe in this one. This was one of those orbs. There was some, again, there was some alien subplot going on here too. I think it was Ancient Aliens. Oh god. It's all coming back to me. So yeah, you have the underground stuff, and then there was supposed to be a story thing, but I don't know what's going on there. Here's like a little ocean secret. When you have your boat, you can find this place. It's not on the map. It's not, if I remember correctly, it wasn't very visible on the map. And then you had another village, including a graveyard, and there were monsters that lived here, much like Medina and Chrono Trigger, because I am extremely unoriginal. You even have this, which is also basically Medina Village. Which, oh, I have some music for the church area. So this was the music I was going to play during the church. And again, this one's on my Bandcamp, so some of you may have heard it. I think this one ended up coming out pretty good, compared to some of the other ones I never finished. So then you have this dude's house. I don't remember what was going on here. I don't trust your kind. Yeah, it was basically Chrono Trigger. There's our graveyard is haunted. Don't tick Vigor off. Of course, another bar. Yeah, I like that song. That felt like RPG music. That actually was one of my few successful endeavors. And again, it's not even like I specifically... Some of it I specifically tried to make RPG music, and some of it I was just fucking around in Fruity Loops, and it came out sounding like that. Because a lot of my favorite shit from when I was younger was Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, Secret of Mana, Mario RPG. Those soundtracks really influenced me. So I wanted to make music that sounded half as good as that. And, you know... So, some of it was just, like, incidental. I don't remember where this is on the world map. Actually, let me take a look. So, I think this is the sanctuary, and then some of the... This is the Rune Castle over here. Here's the Volcano Temple. There's the desert. This was that town from earlier. Yeah, it's the USA. Again, this started as a joke, and then it just slowly got more serious. Like, it started as, I'm gonna make my friends' houses in RPG Maker, and I'm gonna make the bar I go to. And I'm gonna make it on Staten Island, then I'm gonna make Long Island a little bit. And then it turned into, oh shit, I wanna make an actual game out of this. And the joke will be that you go from one to the United States, but then I actually started having an idea for, like, the story. And I started wanting to make, like, a real thing. I guess this was... I don't know what the hell this was. This was one of those ones that didn't... Like, it wasn't supposed to be for this game. It just happened. But it turned out pretty good. Yeah, so then you have this sanctum, then there's this place. It's the entrance to the volcano area. I think there's actually I think there's something here. Let's find out. Okay, so... Now, this plus random battles, so, you know, that adds more time onto it. And the other thing is, too, received wood. The other thing is, too, like, I would make these really, really simple maps, and I was like, I'm fine with simple. We don't need to make it any more complex. And then, after I made a couple, the late game stuff had to be slightly more complex, because that's the progression of how, you know, the game should be. And it just got, like, away from me, because there was just too much that I had to do to make this thing happen, so I just abandoned it. So you receive wood and metal. No, this is RPG Maker music. This isn't mine. I think at some point you get a shovel and you can do that. Dynamite. Not quite a shovel, but it'll do. Send the frog across the beam. What frog? Also, do not put dynamite up frog assholes. Just don't do it. Wow. This is the idol. It's just a bag of sand. I guess the real idol was stolen years ago. It looks like I have no choice but to try it anyway. Indiana Jones. Let's hope this works. Actually worked. I guess the sandbag was the right weight to trigger the pedestal. Hopefully it wasn't a trap. My characters in video games like to say that a lot. Okay, so then you get the idol, which you obviously can't get right now, and then some stuff happens that obviously you didn't see, and the volcano erupts, and you have 50 seconds to get the hell out of here. A music change would have been nice here, too. Oh, and there, the rumbling stopped. Oh no, here it goes, here it goes. Oh, those rocks can actually damage you. Remember, this took a long fucking time to program. And then... we're stuck. It's over. So we meet again. I'm obviously late. I think sometimes, for what do I trouble myself to cross the world in search of these trinkets? You always seem to be one step ahead of me, just a kid and his group of idiots. Humph. I have the power to save you all, but why should I? We don't have time for this, Sid. Make your choice or we end up in flames, the orb along with us. Sid is the Magus-like character of this game, because I can't get away from the morally gray characters. So, Sid helps you sometimes, and fucks you over other times. But he's just looking for them orbs. Sid Faroth. Getting to that, but for right now you need to throw the red orb to me. It holds destructive power beyond the imagination of any of you. If you don't, it'll end us all. Imagine an explosion so great the sky will be blotted out with the ash. With ash for the next decade, everything on this planet will die. Oh yeah, there's a character I had named Morrison. I don't know who that is, but he's speaking now. Can't you see him? Why should we trust you? You work for the Empire. You've caused us nothing but grief since the beginning. Oh, you don't have to trust me, but in the next few seconds, the concept of trust will have been eradicated along with our species. And we have no choice. Davey, just give it to him. Ugh. Deep, bro. Smart choice. Now I wonder if I should bother saving you all. I guess you'll just have to wait and see. So long. He left. I knew it. The son of a bitch left us here to die. May he rot in the darkest place he believes in. That was clunky, but that was the idea. Let's go. And then world map. So that was a almost completed sequence. Kind of. But Sid ends up saving you, and then later on, there are good things, if I remember correctly, that were supposed to happen with him. This... oh god, is this playable? So here's the pyramid. Once you cross over to the next area after the volcano, you get to the pyramid. I more or less designed the maps in sequential order. More or less. Is Sid a Floyd reference, Vin? Yes. And Morrison is a Doors reference. So. Vinny, why do you like slime so much? Don't tell me you wouldn't take a stray slime girl in. If they were on your doorstep? Oh, good. Good pyramid. Okay, let's check this out. Oh yeah, it's one of these. Right? So this is where it gets ancient aliens and weird and stupid. As if it already wasn't. Oh, good. Yeah, this is gonna be a lore dump as well. So get ready for it. Extra secret area in here, but it's not working. That was supposed to, oh good, yes, good. That was supposed to take you into a little secret area, but I guess I didn't program it properly. I'll show you in the editor. Oh, wait. Now you can do it. Congratulations, you have found a completely pointless secret room. This is what you get for being overambitious in your exploration. There's really nothing in here, really. Oh god, man, really? Except there is. There's no good reason for this room to exist. It was a waste of programming time. Seriously, you can leave now. Think of all the character development that could have happened instead of this. Okay, you got me. Look around a bit, you bum. It's amazing what can happen in 10 years. But... What am I finding? Just Ert? I don't know what Ert is. I probably just jammed on the keyboard. And then left it. Have I played RPG Maker on the PlayStation 1? Yes, I have. I had never made anything with it, but I played a demo of it. And that was an exercise in frustration and torture. Making an RPG with a controller. Yes, very good. So, speak friend and enter. Feels like I've heard this one before. It's in a book. You know what those are, don't you, kid? Oh, look, spoiler, Sid's in your party. Oh, and a dude named Paige. Can you guess what band he's from? I've heard this one before, too. It's a riddle from those ancient texts left over from before the Cataclysm. Oh, it takes place in our world. It has to be spoken in another language, if I remember correctly. Or we could just set it on fire and see where that gets us. Jet? I don't know. Oh, Joan Jett, I think. God, I'm such a fucking dumbass. Easy there. Did you get out much as a child? Last I checked, you needed our help. Want to learn what 1,000 ice needles exploding from the inside of your heart feels like? Wow. Maps, I can do them a little bit. Just don't get me to write this shit. Enough, you two. Look, geez, we're in the right spot. All we have to do is figure out what it is we're looking for and how to get it. If you don't think we've been duped, do you, Davey? It's obvious there's something in here, otherwise we wouldn't have gone through all that to get where we are. Does anyone know the Elvish word for friend? Ow. Damn. Always something falling from the sky, exploding, or trying to find a way to kill me. Looks like the torch is almost dead. I can't see a thing. Blech. Yep, so you're in the bottom of a pyramid, and a fucking robot shows up. That's the plot twist. Or one of. What are you? I'm not important. My serial is P07AD, but you can call me Potod. Who might you be? Davy, my name is Davy. Are you alive? Not by conventional definition, but I am fully capable of independent thought function. It seems you humans have regressed quite a bit since in the past 4,329 years to be ignorant of a whatever. Oh my god. I wasn't 16 when I wrote this shit. Mechanoforms. Yeah, I just wanted something better than robots, I guess. Well, Potod was actually because I had this fake person name I made up, which was Potod Scumbiglia. And it was, yeah. So the database of records. So this is where I never see the world the same again. No one believes a single thing I tell them, and I'm forever thought of as a lunatic by my friends and peers. Sure, what the hell, I'm game. Yep. Yeah, listen, I'm not reading this out loud. And yes, reptilians are in this game. Yep. Yep. I put some reptilians in here, galactic councils. If you want to pause all those frames and read it, be my fucking guest, but there is no way. Yeah, so I kind of made up my own lore based on the fucking insane David Icke shit. That was the joke. And then I believe I even had, like, a David Icke reference in here, because I thought it was really... Well, it was really something, is what it was. I detect a significant amount of disbelief within you. That's understandable. I assure you, though, everything you've learned is true. Your race has been manipulated and lied to for thousands of years. With this information, you can see your journey to its proper end. Wait, how do you know what we're trying to do? It's only natural to assume you're trying to retrieve the power cells for the reptilian overship. Why else would you have come here? Power cells. I vaguely remember being taken aboard some kind of metallic ship and collecting colored orbs. It feels like it was nothing more than a dream, though. That wasn't a dream, Davy. Now you must go. Why are you making me call you something as dumb as Potod? You think Potod is dumb? You should hear my maker's name. Scumbiglia. What's your maker's name? Goodbye, Davy. That wasn't a mushroom, Luigi. Yeah, so after the abduction part, which was done as a joke, if I remember correctly, I needed some place to go for the story. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Ancient Aliens. I'm going to make this about reptilians. And I'm going to have it so that the characters have to collect these nuclear power orbs to power them up so that they can defeat the reptilians who are manipulating the society after the apocalypse. And then I never finished it. Zeitgeist was trending hard in 2008. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. My friend Phil showed that shit to me and I was like, I want to use that. But, okay, let's just keep moving. Got a desert oasis. Got a house. But, you know, the idea is, yeah, the conspiracy theorist crap, but Ancient Aliens, there was going to be a parody of Giorgio Tsoukalos with big hair. There was going to be, like, a joke at the end of the game about it. If I remember correctly, I was going to take the piss out of it, and then I toyed with the idea of making it, like, so it wasn't actually reptilians, and it was just some big, dumb, like, asshole author that you had to fight at the end of the game. So, but I never really, again, I never really got that far, so I just didn't do it. Wake up, sheeple. Refugee camp, and then you have the forest here, which I'm going to show you, I think. Let me just make sure this is connected properly. Yeah, so this is cool, and I have music for this part. Someone is now named Potod Scumbiglia in chat, and they just said, hello, it is me, your failed creation. Alright, so I'm going to show you this part. This part was cool. I like ghost forests. I like ghost forest music. So I made some. And, I gotta boot up Fruity Loops, I think, for this one. Let me pass, asshole. Oh, you can walk through walls with the control button. That's convenient. Tomat. So I could have done more with this arrangement, but I just never knew what to do with it, so I just stopped. But it's got some good dudes. Tomat, Potod. Yeah, I'm good with names. Good, I say, in quotation marks. So then you get here, and I believe there's some ghosts that start walking around in the woods. There you go, there's one. Did you see it? Wow. That dialogue. Dwarf. Suddenly dwarf. Ghost of dwarf. More riddles that I never finished. And I made the Lost Woods. Why would I do this? To myself and anyone else? Okay, there's a thing there, so obviously this is the right way. I think it's like a really, like, Babby. Yeah, it's Bab puzzle. It's fine. And I don't think I finished any of the rest of it. So yeah. You know, I can make this music a little bit better. Not that. Okay, so what's next? Couple more. Made a cabin. Dead people cabin. I think there's some cool stuff that happens in here, but I don't remember. I think something happens with the treasure. Yeah, something happens. Just make sure. I'm almost done. There's not many more areas left, so we're getting to the end of this, but there's a little bit more. Empty. Oh, right. You go into the cabin. Huh? Yeah. You go into the cabin. The treasure chest is empty. You go to leave the cabin and, you know, be, like, at the woods again, but instead you're in a ghost version of the bar from earlier. Do you want a drink, stranger? Speaking of Resident Evil 4. Oh, and then you die. No refund, stranger. And then you can talk to the ghosts. Oh, well, here's a line of dialogue that I can be remembered for. Come to the church sometime and pray with me. Do you fucking get it? That was actually a Chrono Trigger homage to when you're in the beginning of 600 AD and the nuns are like, we want a piece of the world. So. Oh my god. I've been. Yeah. That was actually genuinely fucked up. But I guess that was the point. To make, like, the most fucked up people possible in this bar. But I guess I never finished it. Good talk. Good talk. Whatever I've been ends up leading to, I have no idea. Oh, that's the bathroom. Oh, so spoilers, this is the guy Morrison, who you're with earlier, who was... He's like the old man who teaches you. Like, he's like the mentor character. Oh, and he dies. And is replaced by Sid. So he's Ert. And you come here, and he's at the bar, and you find out he did some pretty awful things. So, yeah, I think what was going on here is everyone here is a scumbag. So then you're like, wait, Morrison, why are you here? And you found out he worked with the Empire, and he did some really seedy, awful shit. And that he was trying to have retribution, or rather forgiveness, but he ended up being an asshole anyway, and that only in death does he realize what a mistake he made, and he's stuck at this place for the rest of eternity. Vinny, please don't spoil this game. It's not even out yet. Potod's last name is Scumbiglia. Yeah, so... like, the party got betrayed by Morrison, and then who was originally the gray character, like Sid, turns out to be kind of a little bit more trustworthy than you originally thought, because Morrison was the scumbag. That's one of the plot twists. Sorry. Here's a temple. Here's that temple. Prison. And then... what does this look like? Does this look familiar to anyone? Okay. I have here a song that I made a while back. It's the Hadoge song. Since I'm young, I was Hadoge. Wish you were Hadoge too. It's a good song. Unrelated to the RPG. Do I have any other RPG themes that I could... bar theme? Probably didn't finish this. Probably missing some instruments. Let's see. Oh, I never even, like, played this to a click track. Sorry. That's all there is. I never finished it. Yeah, I don't think I have too much else in the way of unreleased RPG music. Here's a good one. I wish I released this or finished it. Repetitive. I could still finish it. I just can't be arsed. And then you have this dream area, including, you can't see it, but the dog Folly. Okay, so this... hang on. Yeah, this would be cut in half if I ever ended up finishing it. These parts go on for way too long. A little tag at the end there. Yeah, it's a cool one. But I would definitely shorten it. The thing is, this was a dream I actually had where I found a musket on a beach. And so, that's the goal. There's a dream segment, you wake up on the beach, and you give the musket to the dog, who can talk. Yeah, I'll take that. If you have the musket in your inventory, Folly says, yeah, I'll take that. You're like, huh? I'll take that. What, the musket? Yeah. Okay. You give the musket to Folly the dog. Thanks. Woof. I don't know. I don't know. And then, woof man. Woof. And here's where I stopped. This is where I started losing interest in doing this, the RPG thing. which is unfortunate, but this was the beginning of the end, and this is probably my best map. Or maybe some of this stuff is like the best mapping I did for this RPG. And here we reach... We start to reach the end of the stream. Well, of this particular stream. And, yeah, this is the castle, the Empire's castle at the very end. Fots is this character's name. What is wrong with me? God. So this is, yeah, you're not allowed beyond this point. This was a stealth thing, and this took me so long to get. Yep, I did it. You're goddamn right I did it. But I actually ended up programming a stealth mechanic into this. Jesus. Well, remember, the treasure chest is empty, but there is, you know, there's a way to get to it. Nope. See? And then they lose you. Why would I do that? Oh, you can't get- Oh, fuck! Every nerd in the world has this as their ringtone. My friend, back in the day, had it like 11 years ago. He was the first. It's not that hard of a stealth segment. But then this part gets a little tricky, because you have to wait for this dude. You have to wait for that dude to stop looking while the other dude is chasing you, potentially. And while Fots is judging you silently, quietly. There we go. So, oh, you in this case, you do need the key from the treasure chest. You think you're faster than me, huh? Not today, buddy. I forgot that I did that. Oh, fuck. Well, I didn't put the key in there, so we can't actually play this part. But I did it. I made a fucking stealth system, or I probably borrowed it, and then just adapted it to the game. So yeah, this is the rest of the castle. There's a couple things up here. Some NPCs, some hidden stuff, and probably not a key. Then you have the military wing of the castle, which is where you enter from. And I think the stealth mechanic, I don't think it continues. Let's see what's over here. There's some stuff over here, but it's not the stealth stuff. I think it's just battles. And then, Castle Hall, then there's the throne. And I don't remember what the idea of the story was. Maybe the castle was, like, evacuated. I just don't remember. You have a sewer, of course, because there's always a sewer. There's a fucking sewer boss. There's a ladder. Then, this area, which the background here was going to be sky, and it takes you up to this area, which takes you over here, which I think I should play. That's a shaft and balls. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Good. Oh, you saw it and I didn't. That's a first. So that, I don't think, was the final asset. You must gather large quantities of canvas and helium gas, construct wood pylons large enough to support the weight of... No, I don't need building instructions. I'm wondering how you got here. I'm not programmed to answer that query. Shutting down. The conspiracy continues. Just get some oil, some schlong. But yeah, the idea was that the Empire had all this technology that they were hiding, and you can steal their airship. And the airship was called the Condor. Says the Condor, barely anyone had access to its construction. Somehow it made sense that it was being built by a mad scientist and a metal creature. Don't even remember this part. Do you think it's functional? No, I heard chatter of a missing power source. Let's face it, there's no such technology that would allow a wooden ship to fly. That might not be entirely true. Maybe one of our orbs will be enough to power it? You could be right. It's worth a shot. Let's go. Janice. I guess I changed her name. Just the name got changed midway through. That's fine. We don't need consistency. And this was the deck of the ship. There's the mad scientist who does not have a name. Chatterall. Because okay. The scientist's name is Chatterall because I knew a dude named Chad who took a lot of Adderall. And then you have the dining hall, which was the last part of the castle. And I believe this is the last map I made ever in an RPG Maker game. So after I did this, I just stopped. And, yeah. So, the thing is, though, well, there's a floating island over here. And the idea was that you needed the airship to go there. And you also needed the airship for a couple of other areas, too, that I don't know where they are. So there's a couple places you can't get by boat and the airship. Like there's this floating island, there's that floating island, and I think there's one more maybe over here or something. No, there wasn't anything. This right here. This was supposed to be the end game area. Once you get the ship, you can go to the 2 floating islands, or maybe 3. Three. They have little like areas on them that you can level up, get some ultimate weapons and shit, and then you end the game right here at the croissant. And then you kill David Icke or whoever. I don't know. I never got that far. So there you go. That's the whole fucking thing. Just to show you, that is how much I made for this. And there's even a couple of other like little story elements that I never finished that are probably in there somewhere. So yeah, that's it. That's the thing. So I'll end with this track, which is supposed to be one of the themes, I think, for the desert or like the mountain. I opened with this. I started with this. But yeah. I tried to make something sound like, yeah, both mountainy and deserty at the same time. So yeah, that's on my Bandcamp page too. That's released. I like that one. I'm looking through Fruity Loops and I have a town file. Let's see what it is. Doesn't seem to even be working. It needs a piano. I'm gonna give it not a piano. Weird. Yeah, it's just not playing. Try to find something to make it play. Do you guys hear that? You don't hear that, do you? Okay, so then never mind. That theme is probably something's wrong here. Piano roll, I think. I wonder if I muted Fruity Loops. I had a couple other ideas that I never finished in Fruity Loops, and I don't know if they're even worth... Oh. If they're even worth revisiting. Like, this might not be anything substantial. This might be poop. Yeah, just a throwaway thing that I did that I never finished. I tried to make some music. The other part of it was I wasn't going to make the whole soundtrack because I'm not Pixel and I'm not other, like, one-man developers. That shit is just years of these people's lives, and I respect the developers that can finish a game by themselves. I look up to them, and I wish I had that kind of drive, but I'm not a developer. I'm not someone that... You know, I mean, and even the RPG thing is so overdone. There's millions of them, and there's millions better than just your standard, you know, default asset RPG maker thing. And I started realizing that, and as invested as I was in this thing, I realized that it probably wasn't worth my time to continue it. Let me explain. I'm sure it would have been cool. I'm sure it would have been, like... a couple people might have enjoyed it even, but that took me months and months and months to do. And to finish that, it would have taken years. And it just wasn't where my heart was. Like, after a while, I was starting to get like, oh man, I don't want to make another map. I don't want to make another map. I've made plenty. So I just stopped. And obviously, I still make music. And I enjoy that. Some of it even sounds like RPG music a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what that was. That might have been for the game, I'm not sure. Human music or keygen music. It's got like a Final Fantasy VII vibe to it, that one. Here's one more. Don't even remember making this. And that's that for that one, believe it or not. Yeah, just random things that I threw together without actually having a clear goal or idea of where they would go in the game. Just toying around with sounds and shit. I think that previous one I showed you actually had a piano on it, but my piano VST is no longer with me. It crusted itself. Yeah, there's a bunch of things here missing. There's a glockenspiel missing. You can hear it. I mean, like, I had to replace it, but it's not there. It's kind of sad. So now that's gone. I have an acoustic guitar on that track that's just not there anymore. So some of this stuff is just lost to time. Check out one more. See if there's anything here worth listening to since we're finishing up this RPG Maker cringe fest. Though it wasn't that bad. The worst part for me was the Chrono Continuum dialogue. Okay, I'm having an issue with Amplitude. Registry error. Okay, never mind. Get out of here. No, I don't know. Go. Oh, some of you probably know what this is. Except it's all fucking missing. All of the files are totally missing. Jeez. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm gonna take a quick break. Thank you for watching and listening, and you know, again, this is a charity incentive. I might not have ever dug these crusty relics of my past up. They were a little embarrassing, but looking back at the amount of work I put into them, especially the second one, it's a little sad that I didn't finish, and it's also a little sad that, like, it just exists in this state of flux. But just being able to show it to everybody and explain it, that kind of, I don't know, that kind of makes it like it exists now. It exists in some form. It may be a bit, like, intangible, but it exists. And so it was worth it. Next charity incentive is Beverly Hills Cop, which will be far more painful than any of the two previous incentives combined. So wait for that. That'll be next week, because I can only do one of these things a week. Otherwise, I would probably like pull my pant so far through my esophagus that I would not be sustained. So stick around. We'll play some monkey ball, and then I'll end a little bit earlier than usual tonight. So see you in a bit.